Welcome, welcome, welcome to On Fire to Inspire. I am Aleigha, the perfect midwife. I want to thank you so much for joining us this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday evening. You could have been doing anything else and you could have been any place else, but we thank you that you chose to spend it with us. So tonight's topic, I'm so excited about it, using your gifts to pursue your purpose with our guest. I am so excited about it. But before we do that, do me a favor, hit that share button so that your friends and family will not miss this awesome interview. While you're doing that, I'm going to thank our sponsors, okay? So I want to thank UEB Designs for our beautiful accessories, uebdesigns.com. They have beautiful accessories. I have coins in about every color. We have they have purses. They have their branding is accessorizing you is our favorite part. So they love accessorizing you. So check out UEB Design. You can check out their Facebook. You can check out the Instagram, and I want to say they have an Etsy page as well. And then we have Leadership Inside Trajectory is the book. If you are a leader of any capacity, you've got to get this book. This book is by my big brother and pastor, Ricky D. Surratt. He's also a John Maxwell certified trainer and speaker, and he can speak at your events or customize something. You will find this at iworkfaith.com. Again, that's iworkfaith.com. If you are a mom, multiple operational manager, and you want to connect and collaborate with other people with like minds, right? You want to connect with these ladies. You want to go to mombizboss.org. Mombiz, B-I-Z, boss, B-O-S-S.org. I tell you, these women are just phenomenal. You have moms from doing all kind of businesses, and it's not about competition. It's about just really learning from each other. They have monthly brunches and connect meetings. They have virtuals. In fact, the virtual was tonight, about half an hour ago. But you want to check them out if you are an entrepreneur or an aspiring entrepreneur. You want to check out those ladies. And then we have Dance with Mina. If you're in Facebook land and you're trying to just get some wellness goals going or just get some movement going, you can go to Dance with Mina, MENA, on Facebook, over in Facebook land, and you can do virtual or in-person sessions of Zumba and line dance. She does a line dance, all line dance this coming Thursday, the end of the month. She will have line dance for an hour and a half. So that will be from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. on this coming Thursday. And you can go over to Dance with Mina, like the page, and request your link so that you can dance with us. Right? We have an awesome, awesome time. We call our group the Boogie Tribe, y'all. But we have so much fun. You have every age group, different ethnicities. Just it's so much fun. And then finally, if you don't have any of my books, I don't know why you wouldn't. Then we have, you can get my books. We have the children's book, A Learning Book Just for Me, teaching foundational English and Spanish. You have On Fire to Inspire the book, which was the preface to the show. It came about 7 months before the show. And then we have the affirmations coloring book and the affirmations journal. If you have teen girls or women, that this is a way of utilizing this as self-care. Every page in there, you say, I am in front of it. It reminds you of who God says you are, regardless of what life has said or what people that may have said, or even what you said about yourself when you were in some places that you didn't need to be. But yeah, these are some awesome books, and you can find them over on onfiretoinspire.com, as well as you can find them on Amazon. The coloring book is on walmart.com as well as target.com. Oh, and I said finally, but last but not least, sensational-galore.com. Sensational-galore.com. Y'all, absolutely awesome. They have lip glosses. They have different kinds, different colors and shades. They have uh, body butters. Everything's homemade and all natural. Body butters, body scrubs. There are scents for men and women. Gentlemen, there are 6 or 7 scents in the men. For the ladies, you have about 22 different scents. So go check them out at sensational galore.com. Well, without further ado, I want to welcome our guest. This is our first time on Friday Inspire. And so we want to say, come on over and welcome to the show. Jacqueline, how are you this great evening?
Hello, I am doing amazing. How about you?
I'm great. I'm great. Thank you so much for taking time to stop by and join us. So I
Awesome.
want you to introduce yourself to the On Friday Inspire family.
Well, first off, thank you so much for having me. My name is Jacqueline N. Tyes. I am the daughter of a Vietnam veteran. I am a native of Buffalo, New York, now residing in South Carolina. I have been an educator for over 17 years. I am an advocate for various veteran service organizations. I sit on the boards of several nonprofit organizations, and I am also the chairperson and CEO of Reach 3E Brands, which encourage, enlighten, empower children of all ages.
I love it. I love it. Now, the topic, using your gifts to pursue purpose, what does that topic mean to you?
Well, man, it's deep. It's pretty deep, actually. Uh, but it's easy for me because my gift is the gift of giving. And what I mean by that is that everything that I do is tied to the service of others, is in service of others and enriching lives to help others reach their personal, to maximize their personal potential. So,
What got you started in this life of service? How did you get started with this?
well, it stems from the home. My parents instilled in myself and my siblings the importance of service to others. I come from, a military family, and it's all about paying it forward and being of service to others. If you have we all have a particular set of gifts and talents, and it is our job to utilize those in the ways in which we're supposed to. And it's important to help others and to give back and pay it forward. And so, it definitely started at home for me. And through my life experiences, like when I was in the Navy, that helped me to further uh, deepen my love and passion for the service of others.
Got it, got it. Now, your organization is a nonprofit, you said?
Yes,
Okay, okay. And how many books have you written?
too.
Two. All right. And your most recent one, is that the one with the ABCs?
Yes, the children's book. Yes.
Tell us about how that one came about.
Well, actually, so it started back in the classroom when I was working on my graduate degree, actually, and I was taking a particular class, and it just kind of made me think about my first love is writing, and so it just made me think. I just kind of did it without thinking, really. I was given a project, and I just that was where that project took me. And so it was the skeleton, if you will, of the actual book. And that was way way back when. you know and so now we have this beautiful project that is touching many lives, and I'm very grateful for that.
Isn't it funny how you can do something many, many moons ago and then see God use it and birth something new out of it? Like,
Absolutely.
woo!
I didn't see that one coming for sure, but
I can relate because guess what? I didn't see this show coming, and we're coming up on a 10-year anniversary in December for the show. So I
wow.
didn't see it, but hey, God is going to use it all. Now, do you all do like you all do group sessions with your nonprofit? Y'all do when y'all serve. Do y'all actually go into the community? People come to you. How does that work?
Now, are you speaking of Reach 3E?
Hmm.
Okay, so with Reach 3E, Reach 3E is a brand. So
Okay.
there's a lot within that. So, we have the books. We also have the blog, which the blog touches on real life issues, such as self-esteem, self-worth, vulnerability, those types of things. And then we also go out into the community. We have an empowerment initiative where we get into the classroom and we empower the scholars, our future leaders, and we provide them with the necessary resources to help them to reach success. And it's also a initiative to promote literacy, and so we have that. And we're currently working on putting a scholarship reach higher into place. That's so we have a lot of things in the works, but we also have other things that that we're using to push the mission, if you will.
Gotcha. What age groups do you work with?
Children of all ages.
Okay.
So pretty much from whenever they can speak all the way up, so different areas within reach different age groups,
Right.
so I have something for the younger children, I have something for the middle grades, the high schoolers, the mentoring and all of those things, and then also something for the adults. So there's something in there for everyone, because the goal is to touch the lives of children of all ages. So that's anyone who we come into contact with, you know?
And I think that's a very, I know you've seen a whole lot of children saying it's, they can't really verbalize it, but it's very encouraging to them to see someone accomplish things such as yourself and you look like them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. We had that same thing when we had Miss Teachy on with us, Miss Tiffany Teachy on with us.
Mhm.
It's like, for children to be able to see someone to, they meet a real life author. Because you say, have you met an author before? And they were like, no. Well, you have now. So, yes, thank you so
Absolutely.
much for all that you're doing. Because I was thinking you did maybe middle school or high school, but being able to reach all
Hmm.
age groups is amazing. It's totally amazing because you're able to plant those seeds early.
Absolutely. And that's just a portion of what I do, as far as like, that's my personal thing that I do, but then I work within other organizations to, pretty much do the same thing but in a different way, because my passion is veterans and children. So, I do it on the veterans side, and then I do it on the scholar side. So,
Okay, I love that. Absolutely. Now, you have a book that you have from your story from being a veteran. Um, how 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 do you actually reach like the veteran, the different audiences for with that book? How are you reaching them?
that particular book is with myself and the visionary Lila Holly and other veterans, female veterans. And basically, we're sharing our stories of triumph and, and challenges and that sort of thing. And with me being already in the veteran community with the work that I do with DAV and, Fisher House and other, organizations, it just it opens the door for me going to wherever the veterans are, so I attend various veteran service organization events, speaking to groups of veterans about, PTSD, transitioning from military service to the civilian workplace and that sort of thing, and female veterans specifically, going to speak with them. And so it definitely, just with my other work and just being out in the community, it just opens the door for those particular opportunities to go out and speak to these particular groups of people. So I absolutely love it.
Sounds like relationship building is a key into what you
Absolutely.
do.
Absolutely.
I think that's key in anything we do, and we've lost that in the society that we live in now. Um, it's a lot of times about numbers, but you don't have relationships. And so
Yes.
I commend you on what you're doing and how you're doing it. Commend you with
Yeah.
that. Now your younger children, do you utilize the children's book to be able to get to them on their level?
Absolutely. And funny enough, that book actually reaches the young and the old.
Okay.
So that's amazing. But just I like to use it as a tool to promote literacy. Because a lot of our children, they don't like to read it, and it's not for fun for them. So I try to create a space where to show them how reading can be fun,
Mhm.
and so I like to engage with the kids, go to the classroom, read to the kids, talk to them, start a conversation, about the book and just life issues, and self-identity, self-care, self-love, self-worth, and those sort of things. And so that the book itself helps to spark those types of conversations, which are very necessary, especially at an early age, so that they can grow up with a high sense of self and
Yes.
worth and that sort of thing. And so that's the big push for that, is not only literacy, but you know high sense of self and self-care, and creating and having boundaries, and just basically being your best self and pushing to maximize your personal potential, so.
Have you had an opportunity to speak to some of the parents? Because I know basically what you're speaking on, some of their parents need it because you have a lot of young parents these days and they
Mhm,
need exactly what you're speaking is. Those the different things of loving self and knowing that there's so much more than just what you
mhm.
see. Do you have you had an opportunity to speak to the parents as well?
So I have actually, and that is definitely important, because with I make it a point to do that, because the thing about it, as an educator, you're in a classroom, you're teaching the kids, right? But you also have to have that relationship with the parents, because it's not about just what is being taught in the classroom. It has to carry over into the house, into the home, right? So
Yes.
both the parents and the teacher need to be on the same page. So yes, it's very important to reach the kids and get this in the hands of the kids, and talk about the importance of these things. But it's also equally as important to have that conversation with the parent, and that way you and the parent can be on the same page, and that will help the child go that much further. You know what I mean? And then a lot of times it's helping that parent, because like you said, we do have a lot of younger parents, and some of these parents don't have these particular skills. So it is very helpful for both the child and the parent, so it's all about uh the whole child, and teaching the whole child includes the parent, so it's not just about the child, it's about the home, so the siblings, the parents, like, so it's it's
Absolutely.
real, and I love it, that's the one thing that I love most about being an educator, is being able to touch and impact families in that way.
Yes. Have you ever, like, as you were talking and you saw that light bulb go off in a parent or in an adult, they're like, oh my God, wait a minute. What is
Absolutely.
that like?
I mean, it's mind blowing. It really is mind blowing. It gives you man, it gives you such a inner joy, because it's like, wow, like it blows your mind. It really does blow your mind. And it makes your entire year, not just your day, but it makes your year, because it's like, wow. And another thing too, just to kind of add to that, not only sometimes the light bulb doesn't happen immediately, right? It doesn't happen in the classroom when I teach the student, right? It might happen years later. when they grow up and they're in adulthood and they're calling me back saying, "Hey, Miss Ties, let me tell you," and just letting me
Mhm.
know how the things that I did way back in, sixth grade or, third grade or whatever, how that made such an impact on where they are in life. And I've had that happen countless times. And that right there means the most to me, to know, just to know that I actually made a difference, that I did my job and it meant something. And
Mm.
that's all I want. I want to see them all succeed and just be greater than great, greater than I am. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. What would
Hmm.
you say to the person that's listening to us, whether they're listening live or they're listening to the replay, that says, "Hey, I don't really have any gifts or talents that I can use, so I don't know where to go from here." What would you say to that person?
Mm. Well, I'd say that we definitely all have gifts. Every single last one of us, we have a gift. We all have our own special, unique thing about us that only we can offer the world, right? It is especially for us. And if you have not figured out yet what it is, then just sit down with it. Maybe journal every day. Journal every day. Just write down what your thoughts are, what you're thinking, what you're doing, what makes you happy, because it's usually something that makes us really happy is what our gift is. Like for me, for example, I mean, not to just interrupt that, but for me, my gifts and what I do, everything, my whole entire life, I have been happy. I have been happy in my career and all the things that I do outside of it. It's important that you have that happiness and that joy. Every day you get up, you're happy to go to work. You're happy to do this. You're happy to do that, right? So write about it and you keep on writing until you figure it out. It will come to you. You meditate on it, you think about it, and you write about it, and it will come to you.
A lot of times you will know others will notice what your gift is before you will, and they'll say, "You're so good at such and such." And I'm like, "Oh, I am, aren't I?" Because many people, they don't realize it because it's so effortless for them.
Right,
They're
right.
being their best self, and they don't even realize they're being their best self.
Yeah, you're right about that. Hmm.
Absolutely. I tell you, I have enjoyed our conversation. So, do you have any upcoming events or anything that you want to invite them to?
Well, I am working on a few things. I am still touring with the book, so I have one more tour, but one more spot to drop in, but that's going to be in Dallas in here in a few months. And so I have some things that I'm working on,
Okay.
but if you want to know more about what I am doing and what we're doing and where we'll be, you can check us out on all social media platforms at Reach 3E, and you can also check us out at the website, reach3e.com.
Okay. Okay. Any final words for our listeners? Is something, if you don't want them to remember, if you don't want them to forget anything else, what is it that you want them to hold on to, that you want to say? If you didn't hear anything else, I need you to hear this, and it can be multiple things. So, okay.
Well, I mean, I would just say that, always always be yourself. Always be your best self. You are amazing just the way you are, and pay it forward and be happy in whatever it is that you're doing. Find your inner peace, you know?
Mhm.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. Well, Jacqueline, we thank you so much for joining us and stopping by on Friday Inspired this evening. I hope you enjoyed your interview as much as we've enjoyed your interview. And you
Absolutely.
keep us posted on the upcoming functions and things. We're so excited about the way that God is using you and how you're using your gifts to be a blessing to others.
Thank you
Thank,
so much for having me. It has been a true pleasure.
thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. Y'all, if you miss any of this great interview, you want to go back and listen to it. You want to share this with your family members and friends. You want to sow this gift into someone else, because someone just to be need to be reminded that I am special. There's something unique about me. There's something that someone else sees that I don't see. And it just needs, sometimes you just need a reminder, right? Y'all, I need you to mark your calendars, okay? October the 26th, I will be hosting my next conference. The theme is the reintroduction. The Lord said, not only am I going to be reintroducing some of you to me, He said, I'm going to be reintroducing you to yourself of who I've called you to be in this hour. So, y'all keep watching. Tickets will go on sale really, really soon. But that is October the 26th. It will be at Innovation Point here in Gaffney, South Carolina. You want to go ahead and mark your calendar because you don't want to miss this. We have wellness coach coming in to speak. We have so much lined up. Some great speakers, worship. We're gonna have a great time. So that's going to be Saturday, October 26th. Mark your calendar, save the date. I'll see y'all same time, same place next week, right here on Friday Inspire. I am Aleigha Tate, your purpose midwife. We'll see y'all then. Y'all have an amazingly awesome and favorite week. Have a blessed one.